Matt Scoggin told me you had no water for 6 days in your apartment during that ice storm. How were you able to overcome that adversity and win 2 Big 12 conference titles?
Oh, man, that was really hard.
New coach, same expectations for the Washington Capitals. They started their chase for another Stanley Cup in Buffalo tonight.
What can we look forward to tomorrow in the platform events?
Well, history. Jordan Wendell's looking to win 4 straight platform titles for the first time. No man's ever done that.
Elliott at Darlington, you'll be paid a tribute to a throwback paint scheme.
That means he's old.
I was just going to say, how does it make you feel? The problem started when the Washington Nationals announced that a player tested positive yesterday for the virus. Then immediately 4 other Nats players quarantined due to contact tracing. But at the time, Nats GM Mike Rizzo said the game was still going to be played.
Allison Gibson has had a tremendous story. She's one of the seniors here that we're highlighting at the Big 12 Conference Championships. She actually was found by Matt Scoggin as a swimmer at the age of 9 years old. Matt used to talk to her. They would sit next to each other after kick sets. He said what stood out to her, she was always outworking everyone. She was always ahead.
The Super Bowl isn't for another week, but Ron Rivera has already picked up the biggest win of the NFL season. He's cancer-free. Before Virginia hosts Virginia Tech tomorrow at noon right here on ABC 8, we'll be breaking down everything you need to know about the history of this rivalry. We continue our coverage of the 20th anniversary of the Siegel Center as the VCU Rams host North Texas tonight. Martin Truex Jr. led after stage 1, fought through adversity after spinning out in stage 3, and took home the checkered flag, his second in Richmond and second of the playoffs. Former Virginia Tech quarterback Bruce Arians has been coaching for 46 years, and it's all led up to this moment.
The Texas native O'Neal won her first Big 12 Conference Championship title on the 3-meter springboard. She became the 4th freshman to win a title on 3-meter, and she could make history tonight if she wins back-to-back 3-meter and 1-meter titles, the first freshman to ever do that. But she is seated behind her teammate, Paola Pineda, the junior from Veracruz, Mexico. I talked to Coach Matt Scoggin this morning after her prelims. He was very happy with Paola's performance.
Things were looking bad for the Washington Capitals after one period, but this goal by Connor Sherry right here ignited a major turnaround. Coach, congratulations on being inducted into the NASCAR Hall of Fame and named to the NFL 100 all-time team. What do those honors mean to you, especially coming from not one, but 2 different sports?
Hey, Natalie, how you doing?
Number 19, Virginia Tech didn't want to go into their showdown with Virginia with back-to-back losses. Well, mission accomplished. The Hokies swept the season series with Notre Dame tonight. If the pandemic put a damper on your summer, don't worry. We're showing you ways to have fun safely right here in Virginia and across the Southeast. John, you're pretty new to the area. You may get some ideas.
Yeah, I'm going to write this down.
Tiger Woods was hospitalized after a car accident early this morning in Los Angeles. According to ESPN, Woods suffered a compound leg fracture and a shattered ankle requiring surgery. Anytime that VCU and Richmond meet on the floor, you bet it's going to be a big game. But tonight's matchup carries even more weight because both teams are playing some of their best basketball of the season. The top teams in the East have been beasts lately. The Islanders, Capitals, and Penguins entered the night with a combined 18 straight wins. Washington trying to run its own streak to 5 in a row against Buffalo. Phil Mickelson has pretty much done it all in golf, winning 5 majors and 44 PGA Tour events. But for just the second time, he'll be competing on the Champions Tour. You can't get Richmond and VCU fans to agree on much, but both groups will be happy to share home court advantage for the tournament, which runs March 10th through the 14th.
A lot of tears, yes. He said the waterworks happen for the players, for the coaching staff. I mean, these guys work so hard every day, their whole life to get on this stage to earn a seed in the NCAA tournament. But it's the Mike Rhodes mentality. They're already looking forward to next year, and they're not going to let this get them down.
Thanks for joining us for Veterans Voices, honoring those who serve. I'm Constance Jones.
And I'm Natalie Kalibat. With Veterans Day coming up on November 11th, we are honoring the men and women who help protect this country.
How do the Cavs hope to slow down that Tiger offense this time around?
That's a great question. You know, this is an experienced Virginia group on defense. 15 players who started a game last year are back this year. Hermie and Elliott Sadler's racing roots run deep in Virginia. Even during a busy career NASCAR, Emporia has always remained home. Obviously, you guys are a few years apart, but what was it like growing up in the same household and racing together?
It was a lot of fun, really. There was enough age difference that every step of the way we were in a position to kind of help each other. I got started in kart racing early on. Elliott came and joined that. That was a great family experience for us. It was the only time that our whole family really was able to be together. Later in life, I think he kind of helped pave the way for me, because he came along and had a lot of success and built on what I had started, but took it to a much greater level.
I think it was great that we always had each other's best interests. It was never really a head-to-head conflict with us, and I think that's what kept us so close through the whole thing.
Elliott, what does it mean to you that Hermie said you took the Sadler name to the next level?
Well, he got us there, and I think we all had a good hand at helping each other all the way through.
You guys are two down-to-earth brothers from Emporia, Virginia. You could have been anywhere. You could have moved anywhere you wanted, but you decided to stay true to your roots here in Virginia. Why is that?
I was fortunate, always felt like I've been fortunate to be able to race and chase my dreams, but also be able to stay close to my roots here in Emporia and in Southside Virginia.
When my mom got diagnosed with breast cancer, I was driving for Ray Evernham at the time, and I called Ray and I was like, look, I don't need to be in Charlotte anymore. I'd been here 10 or 12 years, had served my time. I want to be back home, be around my mom. It was a lot going on with our family at the time. So he was all in supportive of it, which was great for me to have an owner like that, to sell everything and move back home and be back here in Emporia, and I've been as happy as I can be ever since.